Fam. Welcome back to the channel. And in case you're new here, my name is Bruce Allen. This is my YouTube channel called That's the Angle. It is primarily a podcast, but it's also a place where I post videos, usually laughing and making fun of the photography world, sometimes instructional, which people really like as well. But that's not the point. The reason why I'm here today is because, you know what? This is a podcast platform, and I'm always in need of guests. And the other day, my friend Alex, she goes, "So Bruce, who's coming on your podcast this week?" And I said, you know what? I don't know. I don't have anyone this week, but I have people in the works, people getting lined up, because people have schedules and shit, God forbid. And I don't know where, but out of somewhere, I thought, you know what? It'd be really, really funny for a podcast guest. What if I posted on Craigslist for $50 that I was looking for someone to come on my podcast show? So that's what I did. So I posted on Craigslist for $50, you come on the podcast show for at least an hour. And in that post, I put, "You must have something interesting to say. Please send me a reason of why you think you'd be a great guest for the show." And I really didn't think much of it. It cost like $7 to post in the talent section, which is really interesting, right? So I woke up the next day to a ton of inquiries. And I'm not gonna lie, I was super surprised. So I gave it 24 hours and I got a ton more. So what we are going to do today is we are going to go through some of these emails from people interested in being on the show. So these people have no idea. They just want $50 and think they have something interesting to say. So me and you, we're going to go through and we're going to choose 2 guests to come on the show next week. Yeah, this is going to be funny. This is going to be hilarious. And I have no idea what's going to happen. So let's just jump right into it. I got to get on my computer and let's find us some guests for next week. All right, guys, so let's just get right into it. Let's go ahead and see who's going to be the most interesting 2 guests we can get from our random Craigslist email. All right, first up, Miriam Adoon. "Hello, I trust this email to find you well. My name is Miriam. I'm a stand-up comic and an awarded actress. That alone makes me quite interesting since I myself do social and political commentary through comedy. Besides, I'm a foreign national originally from Morocco who lived in DC for almost 6 years. I know the district like the palm of my hand. I relocated to LA last November, but then it wasn't what I expected it to be and far from the California dream that is sold by Hollywood. And this is a whole other interesting topic we can talk about. I've been back to DC the last 3 months and I can't complain. I can say that I would bring an outsider's perspective on the American culture, society, and politics. Yes, I'm judgmental. Please let me know if you have any further questions. Cheers, Miriam." Ooh, that's kind of interesting. So she's a comedian. So I gotta take notes, guys. I like to write things down, otherwise my dumb ass will forget. So thoughts on Miriam. She's a stand-up comic, an awarded actress. She failed in LA and then she moved back. That's what happens to a lot of people that go to LA. Sorry, Miriam, that sounds fucked up. Whole interesting topic. So that could be interesting, talking about failure in LA. So Miriam could be good because 1, funny, 2, dealt with failure, 3, she's a comedian and an awarded actress. So Miriam, I'm gonna give her, how am I gonna rate this? I have no idea. There should be like a rating system. Let's just give her a check. I don't know why. That just is all I can think of. Let's go through more. All right. The next one. What? Sam Abamin. "Attached is a little non-fictional story about my life in the war." Whoa, okay, let's click on it so we don't get a virus. Oh, I don't want to read all of this. Jesus, it looks very nice. Here, I'm just gonna read it and then I'll report back to you. 1 second. All right, so I tried reading it and I don't know if I'm stupid or they're just way smarter than me, but I'm just gonna skip that. All right. Next up, Gabrielle Stevens. All right, "Hello. We are a couple of social workers who have a lot of experience, okay? We are currently exploring polyamory." I love talking about sex. "And could speak about the journey and what we have learned along the way. We could also share details about our mission/community service work or the field of social work. I'm Gabby, and if you have any additional questions, I can be reached via this email." Gabrielle Stevens. So Gabrielle, I'm gonna give you a check because that's interesting. I love talking about sex, especially polyamory. I think that's a fascinating topic. And I'd love to hear about how that's going from your perspective. So let's see what else we got though. Not sold yet. "My name is Devonte Gibson. I would be a great guest. I've been modeling for a few years, done shows in the majority East Coast trash state area. What? I've also published in various magazines. I'm an actor and artist. I'm currently working on my new EP this year. God damn, Devontae, you just need to pick one, bro. I'm gonna give you half a check for now because I'm not sold. I feel like you're doing too many things and there's not one thing we can really talk about. You're just trying to figure out what you want to do in life, and I respect that. All right. Alfonso Morales Escobar. He literally put one sentence. He goes, I can talk about a new type of government as solutions to current crises. I don't know how is it right. The right tense is there. English is not my first language. Oh, come on, Alfonso. He kind of gets an X in my book. It would be fun to talk to someone who's radically left, but if there's going to be a language barrier, then it doesn't make sense to have someone on a podcast. Just saying. Sorry, Alfonso. All right, next one. Brian Green. Oh my God, Brian Green just hit me with a goddamn paragraph. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to put this on the screen. Please pause it and read this, and then you'll know where I am coming from when I'm talking about Brian Green. Okay, so let me read this real quick and then I'll get back to you. Wow, holy shit. Brian Green. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing, but this just reads like a Simpsons episode. This could be a really interesting video, Brian. I feel like you could use some good luck and probably could use $50, and I could use the funny story. So Brian, you know what? You're up there. So right now we have Brian rocking it. We have Gabrielle, the polyamorous social worker, rocking it, and Miriam, the failed comedian actress from LA. This is so good. I couldn't write this shit. All right. Someone named Shafi Nas. All right, this one looks good. Shafi Nas. All right. Hi, my name's Shafi. I'd like to apply to be your podcast guest. Some interesting things about me. I lived in Japan for a year, met the Prime Minister. It's pretty interesting. I studied physics and philosophy in college and then dropped out to pursue a real estate investing business. Okay. I'm a member of Mensa, the High IQ Society, but don't tell anyone. Okay, so you feel like intelligence shame to tell people about that? And I have interesting things to say about our psychology, about music, and physics. For example, 9/11 was a horrific day. The death toll is actually much higher, harder to see than I first thought. Blah, 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 blah. About the terrorists, people got scared, blah, 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 blah. Something about 9/11 conspiracy, so you're a conspiracy theorist too. You could talk about music and the vibrations of music. I don't even feel like reading that. And you've got a lot of other cool things to talk about. So Shafi, what I got from that was you're a genius. Your IQ is definitely not as high as mine, clearly. You lived in Japan. This is all fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Shafi, you're getting a check from me. I feel like a judge on America's Got Talent. Shafi gets a check. And we're going to keep going. Let's go. But Shafi, I like what you got to say there. I feel like that might be a little boring. Nothing really polarizing in there. Besides that, you're a genius who lived in Japan. So let's keep going. Victor Honesty. Hello, I'm interested in being a guest on your podcast. I'm very articulate and humorous. Plus, I'm a great conversationalist. Send me a text message to 202-602-8390. You know what, Victor? I'm not going to text you because I don't want you to have my phone number. Kwabena Kobena. What a name. Well, I'm a good talk with information, but what exactly is your podcast targeted? Are you into politics, finances, and sports? I don't think English is your first language. Kwabena Kobena. And the way I said language, it might not be mine either. But, that's not really interesting. I'm not sold on that. I'm sorry, Kwabena, but that is a fat X for me. All right, let's keep going. Izzy A. Here we go. Hello. You're looking for someone interesting to be in your podcast. I'm not sure how interesting you'll find me, but my friends like me. I hope they do. I've been in DC area for 20-something years. I'm a mixed queer woman. I play guitar and write music, and I spent 10 years working in the restaurant industry. Today, I ate the first tomato I've ever grown to maturity. That was a big deal. Not super good with plants. Okay, I've got a really good collection of jokes, and I love conspiracy theories and lying for fun. And I can't think of anything else right now. Good luck on search for interesting people. So Izzy, I gotta say, you got a lot of things going for you. These are all some great things. These are all some great talking points. Izzy, you're gonna get a check from me. So I'm with that, Izzy. Izzy D, or wait, how come she has Izzy A and then Izzy D? What's your name here, dog? Are you Izzy A or Izzy D? Come on. All right. You get a check. All right. Let's keep going. Oh, last one. All right, last one. Oh my God. Michelle Minstrel. Okay, this looks like a lot. So just like the other one, I am going to show you this, and you can pause it, read it for yourself, and then in about a few seconds, I will react to what I just read. All right, let me get into this. Does not go in the bin. Why not? What's we don't do? We just says. Shit. Sorry. I just had a nightmare that someone talked to me for an hour and a half podcast about recycling. Oh shit! It's someone named Michelle Menstrual who wants to. You know. Sorry, Michelle. Gonna have to pass on this one. Does seem interesting, but I'm gonna have to pass. But that could also be interesting. Whew. All right, that was a lot. All right, and we're back. Okay, so the two guests that are gonna be coming on the show from Craigslist next week. The first one is Miriam Adoun. Miriam is a woman who used to live in Morocco. Now she lives in DC. She's been here for 6 years. She is an awarded actress, whatever that means. She is a stand-up comedian who moved to LA to pursue the Hollywood dream, and then turns out she didn't like it, or she just failed. Either or. We're gonna find out which one it is. And now she's back in DC. And her comedy commentates on politics and stuff like that. So, you know what? To me, that says funny interview, funny story from an interesting perspective. So, Miriam, I'm gonna be reaching out to her. Second person is Brian Green. If you remember 2 seconds ago, Brian Green had the craziest story about how he moved in with his friend's parents and then tore something and then couldn't take pills and then had pancreatitis and then crashed his car and then his dog died. I'm sorry, Brian, this isn't funny, but it's funny because it all happens at once. I don't know why. It's funny, Jesus. It's okay to laugh at other people's pain sometimes, okay? But poor Brian, he's had a rough quarantine. So you know what? I think Brian not only deserves $50, but I think his life is hilarious. This is a funny story. I have so many questions about his life. And I think that will be just a fun and a hilarious interview. So Miriam Adoun and Brian Green, hopefully gonna be on the show next week, and I can't wait for you guys to watch and or listen. And yeah, that'll be it. So until then, guys, like, subscribe, all that YouTuber stuff. All right, peace. I got a meeting to go to.